in the streets, they missing you. Welcome back, welcome back.
Yo, welcome back to my premium podcast experience. This is And Friends, and I'm your host, Splash Jordan, and this is the first episode of the new year. First things first, 30 for 30. I severely underestimated the amount of work that it requires to record, edit, and release an episode every day during the holidays. So, lesson learned there. At another time, I'll challenge myself again, and I'll see what I come up with. Thanks to everybody who supports my show, everyone who sends me suggestions and ideas, and everybody sharing, liking, and posting my content. For my new listeners, you can follow me on the Gram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat at Splash Jordan. Also, if you don't have Uber, sign up now and get a free ride on me when you use my promo code SplashJ5UE. My guest this week is a celebrity, an icon, and pioneer. I'm talking about No Limit Larry from Power 98. We talk about sports, plans for the future, and getting your music played on the radio. No more stalling. You're listening to And Friends. Let's get to it. First, I want to say, man, thank you for coming out, for doing this. Do you listen to podcasts at all? Well, which ones do you listen to?
I don't even know the name of them. I just know, like, my big homie Simi, he pulls up some podcasts we listen to. But what's up?
I just wanted to know if you were familiar with the format at all. Very similar to what you do.
Yeah.
You know, you'll be very comfortable in this scenario.
I've been on a few of them. I did my man, my new kid on the block, my man Jules. I did his about a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the link to that one?
I had to give it to you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just shoot it to me in like an email or something.
Yeah.
And I'll make sure to shout it out too, man. You know, I love finding new podcasts, listening to them. So you've been doing this for 10 years. I was doing some research about you, trying to, acclimate myself, to the life of Mr. Mims. I didn't even know that was your last name until like a week ago.
Yep.
And I saw it in the Charlotte Observer. What got you? At what point did you know, like, I want to go into a career in broadcasting? I want to be on the radio.
Probably when I was, as far as broadcasting, probably when I was about 10 years old. I really didn't know radio was a job. So I wanted to be on TV. Like, most kids growing up in the neighborhoods around us, nobody really took radio serious. Like, we never really thought radio was a job. But with the television, you see people on TV. So we all, we wanted to be on TV, or you wanted to play basketball, you wanted to play football, or you wanted to do something else. But for me, about 10 years old, my uncle, he brought this DJ equipment. He was in the Army. He came to live with us when he came home from the Army, so he brought his DJ equipment. So I used to sit beside the radio and just record tapes from his DJ equipment and stuff like that. So I used to want to be a DJ. I would say that was kind of like my first introduction to wanting to be kind of like on the radio, because I wanted to be a DJ. Because my uncle, shout out to him, Ulysses, aka Papoose. He that's his name, man. He brought the DJ equipment, and I used to play with it all the time because he wasn't doing nothing with it. So I used to play with it all the time. But I really wanted to be on TV and be a TV sportscaster.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're huge in the sports. You played football. You played basketball. I know you were a point guard. What position did you play football?
Football, I played flanker or slot, and I played free safety and corner.
And you enjoyed that more?
Man, I love football. And we was talking off air. I was talking about, football is the ultimate, is one of the sports out there today that is the ultimate team sport. And, playing football, you learn a lot, and you learn a lot about teamwork and being disciplined. Same thing with basketball. Basketball is a little more, you got to be a little more athletic. You got to have a little bit more skill when it comes to just being a pure basketball player. But both of them, I love both of them. Like throughout the years since I've grown up, I ain't gonna say older. Since I've grown up, I've been more into basketball and playing football. But I did both in high school, and even after high school, I still did both.
Nice, and I'm sure people are plenty familiar with you and throughout the rec leagues.
I talk a lot of trash.
Really?
Sometimes, but most times when we playing rec league, a lot of people talk to me. I just go out there. I love the game, so. Right. We can be down by a million. I'm still going to be talking and having fun just because I just love the game.
I enjoy the game, too. Do you enjoy professional basketball?
Definitely. A huge Charlotte Hornet fan. I always been a Charlotte Hornet fan because of what they did for the city and the community. Like, even when I was growing up, Muggsy Bogues, LJ, Alonzo Mourning, Dale Curry, Kelly Tripucka, Rex Chapman, the things that they did in the city as far as bringing people out, but, giving back to the city, that's what meant so much to me. Like, you could always find J.R. Reed, Muggsy Bogues coming through the neighborhoods and it might not even be with the Hornets. They might just come through and just say what's up. You know what I mean? You might just be standing out on the corner or hanging out in the neighborhood, and these guys roll up and just say, hey, man, we just came through to say, hey.
Do you think that players now can do that?
They could. I just I don't think it means it. I think for a lot of the players, because the league has gotten a lot younger, it doesn't mean anything to them. Or for some of the players, man, they forget, like they forget where they come from, and they forget what it means to have a kid say man, or they forget the position that they was in when they was a kid, and they wanted somebody to come say something to them.
Right.
So. I think as far as community work go, I think our Charlotte Hornets today still do a lot in the community, and our Carolina Panthers. Not my team of choice as far as football. I'm a huge Tom Brady fan, so
wow.
I root for the New England Football Patriots.
I mean, you got to root for winners.
That's what I tell people. You know what I mean? You got to roll with the winners.
You definitely have to roll with the winners. And people predicted it early this season, even before Tony Romo was out, for whatever reason. Yeah. But they predicted a Cowboys Patriots Super Bowl, which most likely will happen.
I mean, the way it's looking right now, it's quite possible. With my New England Football Patriots, anything is possible. But they're dealing with a lot of injuries at the wrong time. So, like, when you have injuries at this time of the year, this is when your team starts to falter and fall off. But the Patriots, their organization, like when you look at that whether you like the team, you like Brady, but the organization of the team, they always prepare for stuff like this. That's why they went out and got Martellus Bennett, because they knew, Gronk may get hurt, but we still got a tight end who can get the job done. So their preparation is amazing.
My thing, as long as Brady is healthy, and I'm not even a super Patriots fan.
Yeah.
My brother is one of my older brothers. He's a super Patriots fan, but just from what I've seen, watching them unbiasedly, as long as Brady is healthy, he could have a chance. He could have sixth graders out there. He gonna get it right into your hands. All you got to do is just run straight and turn around, and then boom, I'm gonna give you the ball. So. I'm super surprised that they didn't win last year. Most years I'm surprised they don't win.
They have a chance every year. And the thing, like, people ask me, man, how you like grow up in Charlotte and like the Patriots? Well, if you think back to when I grew up, Carolina, we didn't have a team.
Right.
Like when I grew up, I was here when they put the first dirt out there for Ericsson Stadium, now called Bank of America Stadium, but I was out there when they put the first dirt out there. But my thing is, like, growing up, we didn't have a team in Charlotte, so all we saw on TV was the Falcons, the Redskins, or either the Cowboys. And, so a lot of people that are real Charlotteans, they are Redskins fans. And the other half is probably either Dallas fans or Falcon fans. And now throughout the years, since we've got our own team, we've been able to develop a lot of people, as people that are so pro-Charlotte, the Panthers are now their team. I haven't made it to that point yet where, I'm pro-Charlotte, love Charlotte, everything, because I was born and raised here. But I haven't made it to the point where I can say, the Panthers is my squad. Now I root for the home team.
Right.
I rock the home team paraphernalia. But my squad that I'm rocking with right now, and I've been rocking with since 2000, is Tom Brady and the New England Football Patriots.
Nice. That's what's up. I don't have I don't typically enjoy watching football.
Yeah.
This time of year, I'll start pretty much about this time of year and then follow it throughout the postseason. Yeah. But for me, it's just too much stop and go. Like, action happens, and then right when something good happens, okay, we're done. And then now we got to reset. Like basketball, it's just run and gun all night long. Like I worked last night until 12, and then got home. I'm thinking that the Warriors game is off, but they were still going.
They were still playing, yeah.
Yeah, went to double overtime. I had to go to sleep. I'm like, yo, I can't mess with y'all, man. Just get them threes, and let me wake up in the morning. and see that y'all won. I still didn't even check. Did they win?
Golden State?
Yeah.
They lost.
I knew they were going to.
They didn't throw Steph out the game. When Steph fouled out the game, Draymond Green got a crazy technical.
I saw that too.
I mean, like the whole Draymond Green situation is crazy. Like he's one of my new favorite players. Like I love his intensity for the game. Like in basketball, my favorite player is Kevin Garnett. You know what I mean? Because of his intensity and his passion and his love for the game. And I see Draymond in that light because Draymond brings an intensity and an unmatched, just an unmatched intensity to the game. So I love what he brings to the game. So he's one of my new favorite players. I think he's being targeted right now. And because last night they say he kicked James Harden on purpose. I think he was kicking his leg up not to kick James Harden, but he was like, hey, it's a foul.
Right.
And they're probably they may suspend him. They definitely going to fine him. Which is, I don't feel is right.
I just think that I don't think that he does these things on purpose, but at the same time, it's like, bro, your legs should at no point be in these positions that they're going in.
But, on that play last night, it was like, hey, man, look, he caught a foul. People do that all the time. They do that in the rec league game. People do that all the time.
They get kicked in the face, too?
Well, James Harden was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
He was in the wrong. I mean, he got laid out. I didn't really even understand the call, like, a foul on a foul. Like both teams shot free throws, and then, to me, it just seemed confusing. I kind of feel like the play is dead once a foul is committed. So I don't understand how more action happened after the ball was dead. But I mean that's why I'm not a ref and these people are. But I'm not at all worried about the Warriors. If Kevin Durant had hit that turnaround, it looked like it was going in. If he had hit it though, that would have been so sweet. But I mean you win some, you lose some. I tell they're my favorite to win. This year.
Golden State?
Yeah.
I can see that. I'm not mad at that. And you can't count out a San Antonio team.
You can't, and the Clippers demolished.
Yeah, LeBron them the other night.
Yeah, they demolished them. And they showed you how to beat them without a super team. It's the same squad, been playing together for 4-6 years.
But they got a bench now. So when LeBron them goes to their second team and the Clippers go to their second team is beating LeBron's second team. So they got a bench full of veterans who've been there, who've done that, and a lot of them who have been stars. When you got Paul Pierce coming on your second unit, you got Raymond Felton. These guys have been stars. You got Crawford on the second unit.
Crawford.
And he's a beast. So you got cats that know the game that can play.
He's missed to come off the bench and score.
What? He gonna get you 20 off the bench.
Off the bench, and he wants to. He doesn't want to shoot all the shots. He's very unselfish. I want to come off the bench when you tired and take care of business until you ready to come back in. But yeah, I mean, I love Crawford, but my favorite player is Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my dude, especially in Detroit.
Yeah,
he's
a Carolina native. I mean, Carolina Tar Heels. So shout out to Rasheed.
Yeah, Rasheed was my favorite. Now, he had an intensity too. It may have been a little misguided at times. Yeah. But he definitely had, and that's what drew me into this. When I was watching him, there were still a lot of guys who varied by the book, and it just wasn't that intense. But, I'm watching him, and it's just like, here's all this passion in a basketball game. So, I mean, I felt that same way about Rasheed. But, yeah, I mean, I'm a huge, NBA fan, especially after I got into, fantasy basketball and stuff like that. I didn't get a chance to play. Do you play any fantasy leagues?
I play fantasy football. I haven't played fantasy basketball.
Yeah, I played for 3 years straight, and my pet peeve when I'm playing in the league is I'm playing against a person and they might have Blake Griffin or Joakim Noah or whomever, and they're sitting on the bench or they just not paying attention, and it's like I'm sitting up late at night.
You studying the game.
Yeah, studying the game.
Putting together your game plan.
Yeah, analyzing your squad. I'm trying to beat you, and then you're not even
You're not into it.
You don't even show up.
Yeah.
So we pretty much decided if we're not playing for money, then we're not gonna play. And then they were just like, well, shit, we just not gonna play then.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So you've been doing this radio thing 10 years. What's
Actually, it's longer than that. I've been doing it 18 years.
18 years.
Yeah, 18 years total. 12 on the morning show.
12 on the morning show.
Yes,
and you were fresh out of college when you got that.
Man, fresh out of college. I was still in college when I actually started on the radio. I got hired during my junior, my sophomore year. My sophomore year. So I was really gonna stop college, and I went to talk to my mentor at the time. I was like, "Listen, man, I already got a job at the station. What I need to go to college for and finish for, because I mean, I'm going in the field. I'm already in the field that I'm trying to get a degree for. And he was like, man, listen, you already started that, go on and finish that task. And now you can say you stayed in there, you accomplished something. And, you should be going to college for yourself because you want to do something for yourself and show your family, like, listen, your dad or your